आएंगे ना, हम लेकर नहीं आएंगे। हम इधर तो टकला किधर गया? कौन बे टकला गया? कौन सा?
I'm happy.
Let's see how the background is looking. You can show me what.
देखिए सामने
सभी सर यहाँ देखिए, सर मैम यहाँ पर देखिए।
लोग सेंटर सर इधर नहीं देखिए सामने। आइए ईडी सर। आइए आइए ईडी सर बड़ा है। आइए आइए अंकल पीछे आइए ना अंकल। अरे फ्लैश आप नीचे करो अंकल। अरे कैसे करेगा भाई? लोग सेंटर यो दूर मत। अरे टोपी
लास्ट कॉर्नर ना हो।
यो देना थोड़ा पीछे। थैंक यू। या ऐसे कर लेंगे, किसका क्या लेंगे यार। ईडी सर एक सोलो आप सर इधर देखिए ना।
ईडी सर यहाँ पर देखिए, लास्ट कॉर्नर।
Ready sir? Sir यहाँ पे.
सर इधर।
सर यहाँ पर देखिए।
Excuse me sir.
हाँ डन सर।
डन डन।
Thank you. Thanks guys. Thank you.
कबीर सर सामने देखिए, लोग सेंटर में देखिए, माल नीचे सामने।
लास्ट कॉर्नर ना हो।
Wait, let's start from here. Let's start from here too.
That's right. This is
हाँ अभी सामने देखिए सेंटर में। थैंक यू।
I'm right.
Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me ma'am.
मैडम इधर सामने देखिए ना। या
Maybe we should write it down.
मैडम लोग सेंटर।
You're finished now?
नो जस्ट मैडम इधर सामने देख लीजिए।
Ma'am on the right yeah.
मैम लोग सेंटर में देखिए।
Center.
लास्ट कॉर्नर।
मैम रुकियो।
Ma'am.
लास्ट कॉर्नर ना हो।
Ma'am center.
मैम
Ma'am you're right.
देखिए।
You're right please.
मैम नहीं हुआ।
Ma'am यहाँ पे.
आइए मैम।
Ma'am right please. अरे भाई धक्का मार.
थैंक यू मैम आपका हो गया।
Wait minute. थोड़ा पीछे आना यार. पीछे आना.
थोड़ा पीछे
और पीछे.
थोड़ा पीछे आओ, पीछे आओ।
Ma'am यहाँ पे.
मैम लोग सेंटर है।
मैम लास्ट कॉर्नर। सर
मैम थोड़ा बुक दिखाई ना।
तारा मैम.
सर साथ में
Wait.
सर मैम
सेंटर में देखिए ना सर सेंटर में।
तारा मैम go to.
राइट में देखिए,
सर मैम
तारा जी.
राइट में देखिए।
मैम
One second. Sorry.
Center. Excuse me.
नाम यार मैम।
या थैंक यू। सर इधर सेंटर में देखिए। थैंक यू सर। यहाँ सामने देखिए सर। यहाँ पे सर।
रणवीर sir. Yeah, hold on.
सर लोग सेंटर।
रणवीर. Hold on यहाँ पे. Chin down side. रणवीर sir yes straight.
थैंक यू। आइए
Sir, yes, straight.
अच्छा उधर कर लो
Sir, yes, straight, please.
या
Yes, sir, hold it.
सर अभी सेंटर में बस सर अभी सामने देखिए
लास्ट ऑर्डर देखिए
सर सामने लुक सेंटर सर थैंक यू
Thank you.
हाँ क्या लुक किया अभी लुक सेंटर में देखिए थैंक यू
ये फोटो लो यार।
इधर इधर देखिए ना सामने लोग सेंटर में सेंटर मैम सेंटर में नहीं मैम सेंटर राहुल सर इधर से राहुल सर ये इधर देखना सर यहाँ पे
All good?
सर इधर देखिए
राहुल सर
Thank you.
रेडी हो?
पूजा जी चलो इधर
अभी नहीं जाना कोई भी.
एक मिनट इसको जगह देना भाई
Right में बोलो थोड़ा. Ma'am, short time, right, please.
मैम इधर सामने देखे इधर नहीं देखे सुहाना मैम इधर देखे ना साथ में मैम
Yeah, both of you are center.
सुहाना जी यहाँ पे मैम
Center.
मैम इधर साथ में इधर देखिए ना इधर नहीं लुक सेंटर में
लास्ट ऑर्डर
लुक सेंटर मैम
मैम थोड़ा यहाँ पर चलो जाइए सुहाना जी
ओके थैंक यू देखो सिंगल
गौरी मैम आइए आप भी आइए साथ में एक गौरी मैम भी आए एक सोलो कर लेते हैं
व्हाई नॉट
सुहाना जी यहाँ पे
Yeah, on your right, please.
सुहाना जी लास्ट
सुहाना जी सेंटर में देखिए लुक सेंटर
सुहाना जी यहाँ पर देखिए
I'm on your right, please. Sorry, yeah, center. I'm on your right.
मैम सामने सेंटर में
सुहाना जी लास्ट ऑर्डर
मैम इधर नहीं देखे इधर देखिए सामने सुहाना लुक क्यों मैम लुक सेंटर
सुहाना जी
लुक सेंटर
मैम यहाँ पर देखिए
आइए गौरी मैम आइए ना साथ में
Gauri ma'am.
एक मिनट मैम रुकिए गौरी जी एक फोटो करके आइए ना आ जाओ
Side.
मैम आइए ना साथ में आपके साइड आइए ना आइए
सुहाना जी गौरी मैम यहाँ पर मैम थोड़ा सेंटर
I'm on your right, please.
मैम
On your right.
मैम लोग सेंटर आइए साथ में आइए ना ए रोहित जगह देना यार सेंटर में जी सेंटर में आइए सुहाना जी आइए ना
Suhana ji, आइए साथ.
यो
Gauri ma'am. Yeah, both of you straight. Koel ma'am straight. Yeah, straight.
लास्ट ऑर्डर
सामने straight बता.
मैम लोग सेंटर में देखें ना
बोतल भी लुक किया ना
मैम इधर सामने देखें ना एक गुड इधर सामने देखिए
मैम यो
I'm on the right, please.
मैम लोग सेंटर में देखें ना
मैम राइट कौन है यो
मैम लोग सेंटर
मैम लास्ट ऑर्डर
निकल जी यार
मैम इधर सामने
लास्ट ऑर्डर
मैम यो थैंक यू
We were doing that.
Good things come to those who wait. True.
Can we have one big request from this audience today?
is that my first public conversation with Suhana is not set pick कौन सा prank किसने खेला यार, right? So we're gonna have an intelligent conversation and it's gonna be super fun and it's so nice to see the love in the room to do it. And I can just tell you, you're gonna love this book because we have read it and devoured it and we have absolutely adored it. But first, I would like to invite the MD, the publisher, Kapish Mehra to come and say a few words. Can you come join us up here? Can we please get a round of applause? Sorry, Kapish, we don't have a seat for you, but we would love for you to come and say a few words. No, take the mic. Problem solved. There you go. Can we give a round of applause, please?
Thank you. Okay, first of all, we've done a lot of book launches and we've been fortunate enough to publish books which merit book launches. But I haven't seen in the last 17, 18 years of my career a book launch like this because like Mali mentioned, the energy, the love, the warmth, it almost seems like the birthday party of the most popular girl from the class. So,
You're not wrong.
so Koel, I think that goes to say a lot about the support you get from your friends and family. Needless to say, it's been wonderful working with Koel. I didn't know her from Adam. It is somebody we both immensely are scared of, Kali, who introduced us. And thank you, Kali, for that lovely phone call on a Sunday afternoon, which is typical Kali, saying, how can you be sleeping? So, you know, and not only that, she did insist that Koel, all the way from Paris, should call me right in the afternoon on Sunday and say, "Meri baat ho gayi hai, now you speak to her." So that's Kali for you, and I'm just taking, because there's a few chances in life you get where you can take on both the sisters and in a public forum together. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I must admit, it is one of the nicest reads that I have come across in this space. It is not very easy to weave in multiple protagonists, and the way Koel's been able to do that seamlessly is really credit to her writing style, and I wish her all the very best. I'm not only sure that it will be a success tonight, but I'm very sure it will be a success even for many weeks to come after this. So all the very best. It won't be invisible anymore.
Yes. Thank you so much. Alright, now we're going to have a conversation about this book and we're going to try not to leave you out of the multiple conversations we've had discussing the characters because we're so deeply invested in them. But I promise you, when you buy and read this book, you will need to. And I have to tell you, people have had such amazing things to say about your book, Koel. And I think it's so aptly described by Shobha Dale as an outsider-insider novel, a must-read by Twinkle Khanna, a remarkable debut. And I personally am really thrilled to be part of it because in a while I'll tell you how I first met Koel, which was also quite an accidental friendship. She doesn't even remember this story, by the way. It's going to be kind of amazing. All right. But first of all, I would really love to welcome you all and thank you so much for being here. It means the world. It is so hard to write a book and pour it out on the pages where you can no longer go back and edit and change what you wrote like you can on social media. When it's out there, it's in print and it's a labor of love. So please, one more round of applause for Koel for this fantastic, beautiful debut. Amazing. All right, so let's begin with Suhana. Thank you so much for doing this today. It's the first time you're having a conversation like this, and I know we're all kind of jittery, so we're smiling extra, things are hiding our love. So just throw us some love. But I'd love to know what made you want to be here today, and what makes you want to talk about this book.
Firstly, thank you so much for hosting this conversation and moderating it. And thank you, Koel, for having me here and choosing me to launch your book. I think what I loved about this book was that the writing, the way that you've written this book, it's so accessible, yet it's full of contradictions. And even the characters, they're so flawed and so real, but relatable at the same time. But what I think I loved the most and what resonated with me the most was that at the heart of it, this book is about friendships. And I find myself quite lucky to have a set of friends that hold up a mirror to my imperfections. Some of them are sitting in the audience, which I was quite pleasant.
An applause for the friends, yes.
Yeah, I'm really so happy. But yeah, and also friends that hold my hand during the tough times as well as the good times. about friendships is that friendships defy logic. They can come from anywhere. Koel and I are friends. We're not from the same generation. Sorry. Ignore that one. Okay, we're not from the same city. But we're still friends. I don't know how, but we're still friends. And yeah, that's why I'm so thrilled to be here and doing this with you.
I love it. Absolutely amazing. So, Koel, just before we get into the meat of it, right? Let's tell everyone, what is this book about? Clearly Invisible in Paris. What is this book about? Who is it about? Why did you write it?
Yeah, okay. So, three of us have been so involved in digging deep and like analyzing and breaking down all this text and really being self-indulgent like that.
Please show them how many notes there are in your book.
Yeah, not good. So, but I just want to simplify it and not ruin any spoilers. So just that when we get into the depth of the conversation, you can actually follow. So it's called Clearly Invisible in Paris. And no, it's not a memoir because I'm not invisible ever anyway. Okay? So, although this is the point, I have lived in Bombay, Delhi, London, Tokyo. But when I moved to Paris, I felt completely alienated. Like I was like, okay, it's just a question of language. I come from Delhi, the Delhi snobs. I know how to deal with Paris, no issue. And it's just a matter of time, I will get in. I continuously till date feel like an outsider. It is the most alienating city. It is a city of polarity, which is why I also love it as a writer. It is at one end, the most egalitarian society, and yet the most divided city. We see that in the riots, we see that everywhere. It is the city of love, and yet it is the coldest city. Anyone who's been a tourist in Paris knows that. It is a city where it talks about, we're so liberal, we're so inclusive, and yet it's a city that's so insular. Paris is the greatest, we are the greatest, no one else. I don't want this to become a Paris bashing session.
We have a French man here.
Yeah. My husband.
Sorry.
Thank you, Laurent, for taking me to Paris, which made me write this story, because it's also a city that I love. Every time I'm dejected by my life there, I look around the cityscape, there is no city like Paris. And so therefore the desire to want to fit in. And it wasn't just me, everyone that I was meeting around me had a similar story to tell, like amazing, fabulous women, men, who were all just trying to fit in. We were outsiders. And you don't normally think of immigrants as people like me, you just don't. You think of them as people standing in a line and refugees or poorer or different, different socioeconomic background, but I'm an immigrant. I am very much an immigrant and I'm made to feel like that in this city. And I developed these amazing friendships. And somewhere I have this knack of maybe attracting stories. People come and tell me things they really shouldn't, like there's a lot of oversharing that happens. But there is, what can I say, strangers, friends, all kinds of things. And it all fed into me, and then one day I was writing this story about odd friendships that see you through. And at the end of it, I don't want to ruin anything more than I'll tell you a little bit about the characters. But it says Clearly Invisible in Paris, and there's a big point in it that, who gets to be Parisian, who doesn't. And I have to say, I'm very happy to be, finally, after all this trying to be, very happy to be an Indian in Paris. Right? That is something that I have finally told and gone, I am Indian in Paris, I don't want to be a Parisian people. So this story is about 4 very disparate women. One of them is Meera, who is an Indian socialite who moves to Paris because she gets married to an aging French movie director producer. But she can't adjust to her life because she has so many issues of her own, which when you read about it, you're like, what is your problem in life? But that's the problem. She has nothing to complain about and everything to complain about. The next character is Roselle, who is a Filipina housemaid who escapes the clutches of her Kuwaiti employer, who basically thought that being an all-rounder means being a slave. And then you have Dasha, who's a barely 17-year-old Russian who's insta-scouted from a tiny little village in Russia, who comes to Paris to want to be a supermodel. And you have Violet, who is this burlesque dancer from Senegal. She's a transgender woman. She is fabulous in every way when she is broke. All four of these women live in the same Haussmann building. Now, for those of you who don't know Paris, Paris has these stunning, Haussmann buildings, and they live in different circumstances. So Roselle lives in this tiny 6x6, room in the roof, which you have to access with a spiral staircase at the back of the house. Neera, the Indian socialite, lives in a duplex in the middle with, double floors done by Philip Starr. Dasha lives in a room full of bunk beds with other models who are trying to make it. And Violet lives on the ground floor next to the lift. They don't know each other, they don't want to know each other, they can't stand each other, there's nothing in common. Except they're all foreign. And then the world comes to a standstill. When you read the book, you'll understand why. And when that happens, they're the only people left who are able to see each other through. And this is what the book is about, right? It's funny, it's in your face, it's me, in that sense, but it's completely fictionalized, and there will be conversations that we will have about these characters.
Absolutely.
But this kind of lays the lay of the land.
Tell the names again. There's Neera.
There's Neera the Indian. There's Dasha, the Russian wannabe model. There's Violet, who is the burlesque dancer. And there is Roselle.
Roselle.
Meet
All right.
little Roselle.
Amazing.